Well, it's funny, so I'm gonna let that stand. Navali, could you tell us what happened last session?
Okay. Last session we talked with Willow. We saw the butterflies that were originally the armor go into Permilia's sword.
No,
Or Will
herself.
No? Oh, herself. Okay. Um Also we watched Willow and Six have a conversation where Willow told Six to be herself and be selfish. Be more selfish. Um and then we fought a screaming antelope.
And Willow got sent home.
Willow did
Or
go home, yes.
to our home.
Well, yeah, to the guild house, right?
Roughly.
I
Well-
probably missed a bunch.
While that was not in any particular order, is there anything people would like to add?
There was one part that was important, and it's that Willow revealed to Six that their father had been misleading her about Willow's identity, and lots of other things.
Anything else people would like to add?
Everything's great and the future looks bright.
I will remind you, you've chosen to spend the supplies to take a long rest, and what I said last session is true. You successfully long rest and nothing interrupts you in the night. If there's something you'd like to do in that night, please let me know. Otherwise, you will wake up fully refreshed and ready to leave in the morning, with the oasis feeling still a bit dead. You don't notice things. The sanctity of life of when you arrive seems to almost avoid, and you still don't quite feel safe.
I do have something I'd like to do in the previous day if possible.
Go for it.
I wish to find Celastra.
Hello.
Celastra, I have
What's up?
a secret project.
Yeah.
It's a smithing project. Do you want to help?
Ooh. Yes.
Okay, so Karuto helped me pull these antlers off of that antelope, right? She's got the antlers.
Okay.
I want to fashion these into a sick-looking mask.
Let's do it.
Okay, here's my plan. Do you think you can do it? I want
Tell me more.
something that'll fit over my face that looks like a lion's face, or like a lion's skull. Yeah, that's spooky. That's cool. Okay, a lion's skull, but with antlers.
Okay. I dig it. Celastra's kind of thinking about what that would look like in her head. Do you think I would have enough on hand, Skern, or would I need to like scavenge around for some metal?
Your stuff is metal, not bone, and she was clearly requesting bone. So you could make a metal skull without any issues, and then just put the antlers on top, but it's not going to be quite. It'll be clearly made out of metal.
I thought that was what Six was asking for. Is that right?
Six does want a metal, knowing that Celastra can only work with metal. Yeah, a metal mask.
No, that's completely doable with what you have.
Excellent. I will spend an hour making the coolest, most badass, detailed lion mask with antlers Six has ever seen.
By which you mean you use channel divinity.
Yeah.
You successfully do this. You may describe it however you wish. It is you literally graft metal into the bone, and it seems to form almost like a metal skull.
Celastra, you're great.
Anytime. Put it on.
She looks down at it, kind of curious about how it'll fit. It's divinely made. She expects it'll fit. She puts it on.
Assuming Celestra intentionally wanted to make it fit your face, yes, it will automatically fit.
She would definitely do that.
Okay, how do I look? Do I look mysterious, intimidating, cool?
All of the above.
Oh my god.
You're gonna look so cool fighting stuff.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look so cool. We need to fight another white lion. Oh my, Celestra, we need to fight another white lion, and I'm gonna cut its mane off, and I'm gonna wear it like a mantle. I'm gonna look so fucking cool. Okay, I'm gonna practice with this on because it's a little weird on my eyes. I'm not used to this. That's what I'll do over the evening. You should stick around though because you're cool, and we have to chat more.
Okay. Do you want to practice with me?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
let's do it.
Is there something I can roll to help Six practice?
There's something that is there a particular thing you're trying to practice?
It's more I have the suspicion that fighting with something over Six's face when she's not used to it is different, so she's just spending some time to orient to it. Normal swings.
Yeah, there is no need to actually roll anything for this. It is not a difficult practice. She's not trying to actually hurt you, from the sounds of it. Therefore, it's very much a you can't see me. Let's try and make sure you can see me better, and fixing the mask a little bit over and over again.
I generally imagine that Leo's just in the corner somewhere 100 feet away, like sort of fingers on his chin, trying to figure out why. And then he just sort of shrugs.
Oh, I get some good, while Lirin is listening, some good battle dialogue practice. I'm gonna rip your fucking head off, Celestra.
Try me.
I don't mean it, I'm just practicing being scary. I'm gonna pull all your scales off and make a suit of armor.
Yikes. Now I'm really scared.
I love Celestra. She's the best.
Six, you practice with the mask for a while and enjoy.
I love the description on this skirt.
As I'm sure you might.
Celestra.
Yeah.
Did you do this?
What?
Celestra, this is magical.
Huh?
She's pointing at the mask. It's magic.
How do you know?
I just know.
Practicing for an hour, she just knows.
What sort of magic does it have?
It makes me want to yell really loud. I'm not going to do it, though.
Ooh. Like a lion's roar?
I don't know. I want to yell really loud when everyone's in trouble.
I wonder if it's because we use the antlers. Maybe those were magic.
Yeah.
That's cool. We should try more stuff.
We should. Oh, the Iridians said that their body parts were valuable. I didn't know they meant magic.
Oh, that's a good point.
I thought they were just, like, expensive.
I guess we'll have to collect some more.
She nods. I don't know how to describe what it does, but when the time is right, I'll yell real loud.
I'm sure you will.
You're the best, Celestra.
Thanks.
Anything else people wanted to do the previous day?
Nope.
Well, as stated last session, you successfully long rest.
We did it.
The oasis feels a bit devoid. There's still a gentle wind that brushes through the plants that are here and makes the water have very gentle waves. But nothing feels quite safe even as you wake up. What would the party like to do?
So am I to understand that we're going to find the dragon's bones next?
Assuming Leo's asking that in character.
Yes.
That was my understanding, yes.
That's right. The site is to the west.
I don't have an answer to this question, but is there value in checking in with Rosalind before we go see her father, so to speak?
I don't know. Every time we interact with Rosalind, it's like we did the wrong thing.
Well, I imagine we have time to think about that if we want to, but is there
You
anything?
know, based
Oh,
upon the map that you have and the idea of where it could be, it'll be between 10 and 14 days to get there.
Well, if you want to talk to Rasmus, we can do so on the way there. It's his character in a specially British accent. No.
Leo's just sort of started the conversation and then is sort of like nose deep in his book, deciding what to prepare spell wise based on what people are saying.
Out of character, how is rations looking?
We have plenty.
Okay. I'm still going to keep the create food and water as a emergency spell. Just in case.
Legit.
Well, from the sounds of it, while the spellcasters are preparing and everyone else is making sure your supplies that you maintained are still with you and gathered, is the attempt to head southwest to where you believe the Dragon Bone crater is.
Yes. Unless anyone says otherwise.
I mean, sounds completely fine to me. Let me know when the casters are ready to move on to problems that happen.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Navali and Celestia, do you feel prepared?
Think so.
Okay. As you pack your things up, your mind's refreshed and ready after a few days of not being hounded by monsters every day and actually being able to rest in a place that had normal sounds. You mentally prepare yourselves to leave. Those more tuned to nature, mostly Navali and possibly a little into Karato, can almost feel that this place is likely going to die, not from natural causes, but from the creatures invading soon. Part of your heart sinks a little bit, knowing there's not much you can do about that. But you push to the southwest. You head through the desert, and for the next few hours, it doesn't take long for the familiar sound of silence and the unnaturally long amounts of just pure sand and bits of rock just end up everywhere. That reminds you why travel here is so mind-numbingly difficult.
Leo sighs deeply under whatever cloth he's using to cover his face.
After about 5 hours, I'm going to give the party a choice. Either I randomly choose one of 3 people, or one of you is willing to have something very bad happen to you. One of you being Karato, Navali, or Reference. Would
I'll
you like
go.
me to randomly choose, or would you like to volunteer?
I'll go.
We love bad things.
We have a volunteer for bad things. Does anyone try to object to this?
Nope.
Navali, you love throwing yourself in front of people. You're gonna let Rev do this for you? I don't know what's happening yet.
Sure.
Perfect. Rev, roll me a strength saving throw. Perfect. As you're walking through, you're getting used to the idea of just continuously walking. While it's not like walking on most dirt or roads where it's completely solid. Your feet sink in slightly and then you push on again. It's long, it's exhausting, and part of what makes this so tedious. As you take a step forward, Reverence, this time your foot sinks in and then keeps going. Then within seconds, you feel as if pincers rip into your leg. And before you can even truly react, other than much more than a yelp, you feel your entire body dragged directly into the sand. The rest of you hear the most minute sound. Rev, what kind of sound did you make when this happens?
It would be like a cut-off yelp. It'd be like, ah!
The rest of you get to see this for a moment, and those who would be closest to him would notice him walking, then that sound, and then just sand starting to fill up. By the way, Rev, take 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
What are you doing in order to determine reaction order?
It's not in initiative. If you see this happen, how would you react? This happened basically instantaneously.
Navali would immediately try to get him out.
You don't see him. It's
Well,
just filling in sand.
Yeah, Leo would go over, and his instinct would be, I know it's only a cantrip, but he would cast Mold Earth to try to reveal like 5 foot of, like, quickly scoot over 5 feet of sand where he last saw Rev.
As you do this, within that split second, you expect to immediately be able to see something, hair, a beast, anything within 5 feet deep, which is very sudden quickly, but you don't, and sand immediately starts to fill in again.
I don't want Leo to get too many actions in a row, but his instinct is to, unless anybody else is doing anything, he's going to immediately begin casting Locate Creature.
6 gets rope out.
Skirm,
So,
even without knowledge of the area, would you allow nature roll to sort of, maybe I've seen something as we've traveled or heard something offhand?
history, not nature.
History, okay. Well, it's a new area. Assets, ooh, interesting. Art library. I haven't seen that button before. Does that mean we could like upload our stuff to this and like have it just like to throw around?
Yes.
Nice.
So, the reason it's not nature is there is plenty of tales of people just falling underneath the sands into many different types of concepts. While some are giant worms that seem to have an entire city within their bellies, some are rumors of spirits that when they drag you under bring you to an entirely different world. There are many stories of people falling underneath the sands, and with the exact way that it happened, you get the feeling that it's not a beast that could do that, not that quickly. Some kind of magical effect just happened.
Well, that's not helpful at all.
Locate creatures 1,000 feet, right?
Correct.
He is 600 feet below you.
What? What?
Yeah, I've in the span of 6 seconds where Leo finishes casting this spell, he just has and you all have probably seen him cast the spell before. He has a suddenly sinking, defeated look on his face, and just sort of says, "He's deep. We have to find a way down."
I don't. The only thing I think I can do is like start digging. I don't have any spells.
Looking around, there's nothing in the landscape that could indicate some sort of cave or anything, I would assume.
Nope. That being said, like the panic starts to set in. It's been not even a minute yet. Karuto,
Yes.
you have the most insane natural perception. And I'll still let Navali do this because she has keen hearing. Both of you roll me perception. Navali, you're still in that kind of panic and don't quite notice that there's sound now. Karuto, you can hear low growling that seems to be almost coming from everywhere, as if it's intentionally trying to throw its voice to hide exact location. But you pick up on it. It's coming towards you. It has definitely known where you are, It's probably going to be here soon.
Can I pinpoint where it's coming from?
With a 23, I'm going to say yes. You know it's coming from your west.
Character turns in that direction, draws his bow. We have company.
Is Rev still descending?
No, it seems he stopped
Oh,
600 feet down.
Does Carty know how long it will be before the thing gets here?
Soon. Merely going to ask, how do people react to Karuto saying that?
Weapons out. Let's
So-
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Novelle's getting her
Celestra
sword
would-
out.
Turn towards whatever direction Karuto's looking. Weapon ready.
In that case, all of you see one of the lions bounding towards you at very fast speeds. But you notice a couple of different things about this one. Its mane, instead of being this orangish white that you've seen repeatedly, seems orangish white with this almost crimson color across it, as if it's permanently bleeding. Its weird human-like hands seemed even more further deformed into this mixture of lion and human hands of very sharpened claws. And when it roars, it seems to roar with far more definition than the other ones that you fought. And Karuto, with that 23, you can hear there are others coming. It's just the first one that arrived, and it is rushing you.
Can Navali trigger her spear?
You may trigger it immediately if you'd like to,
Yes.
before the
do-
fight actually starts.
I'll do mirror image as well if I can.
Yes, I will essentially allow a. How long does mirror image last?
1 minute.
If it's going to be 1 minute, I will let you know. There might be a couple of rounds before the fight actually starts.
That's fine. Yeah.
Spear is just it lasts an hour, so who cares? Anything else people would like to do as they can tell something's coming towards them?
I would like to also trigger Bless, but I want to wait until like they're
You can't
about.
wait until the actual initiative. Like
I
it's
can't.
gonna be. There's gonna be a couple of rounds that you just miss by doing preemptive stuff that will last a minute.
Okay, never mind.
Anything else? Cool. So I'm going to drag you to a map to roll initiative, and I'm going to ask a question. 6, Rev. Since Rev, you're not in this fight for obvious reasons, would you like to control Permelia? And 6, do you mind losing Permelia?
Sure.
Sure.
Or do you want to play as the lion?
I'd offer that too if you wanted it.
That's. Are you sure?
No. Right, Rev,
Skern.
you should have control Permelia. Yes.
Should we roll initiative?
Yes, I was just doing last minute setups of the things that people cast.
Can you mark on the map where Rev fell through? Just sort of like considering that it's maybe a hazard.
Drew an X. I put it in the same color as the sand. So let's
It's fine,
make
I
that
see it.
easier.
Enjoy being the battle lesbian, Rev. She's a god.
Because I did not open turn order, unfortunately, a couple of those got lost, but I can add you in without any issues.
I should probably roll initiative, shouldn't I? Boop.
Don't need to roll that high, Skern. You can roll just a little lower.
Now,
It's revenge for all the crits that we've gotten on this journey.
appears to be everyone. Can I add initiative 0 counter? Okay, is everyone ready for a battle?
Yes.
Oh boy.
So you're aware, mirror image, the reason there's a 4,
Yep, I see it.
every round that's going to tick up, but that should be fine. Are the odds? It continues to rush you and pounce at incredible speeds. Its roars with, well, frankly, almost as if the same sounds you've heard from the antelopes. It's just overlaying with multiple lion wars at the same time. It is unnerving, to say the least. I need everyone to roll me a wisdom saving throw. Yes, you're all next to Navali, I'm aware.
Wisdom, you say.
Last name change.
Oh shit.
Oh, you noticed.
Yeah.
Premilia, Karato, and Leo, you are all frightened.
Oh, that's just unfortunate.
Leo,
Ah. Um. So, just sort of confirming the place where Rev fell has just sort of filled in with sand. Like, there's no sort of like
it
tunnel
filled
that's-
up almost immediately.
Okay. I'm sorry, Rev. I don't know what to do about that, so we're gonna have to solve that after. At least from Leo's perspective. But Leo is not able to move closer. Let's see, where is he? 35 feet. He's just gonna sort of scoot to the. Actually, is that arguably closer? No, it's not. Okay. Leo will scoot to the side just to sort of spread out a little bit. And for the time being, he's just. What time of day is it?
It would be like 3 p.m., so the sun is still cresting the sky.
Actually, I think I might spend my action stealing myself while next to Navali before I move over. If I can try that.
Trying to steal yourself means you still have to figure out a way to block vision because you can see it, and that's what's making you afraid.
I can't just turn around.
Correct.
Okay. Never mind then. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it simple and move over here and lightning bolt it because that's a saving throw attack.
Sure.
DC 17 Dex. Big 14 damage.
Shocks through it, doesn't even seem to notice. You heard it. It went through. Doesn't seem to notice.
That's the best I can do for the time being. So that's it.
Carta.
Creature is not close. I am. Scum, why are we in the corner of the map? This makes me sad.
Entirely because it seemed like the way to make it actually have to run at you.
Character's gonna sprint over here and dive behind this rock. And then try and shake off the sphere, because he's known the sphere before. But similar but different.
I'll allow it.
What is it, wisdom?
Correct.
Nice.
You take a deep breath. It's an unnatural fear, but once you get used to it, you can fight it off. It's fine. Anything else?
Nope, just those two things.
Celestra.
Hello. Think Lestra would spread out a little bit and hit it with a sacred flame.
Fire burns into it, and you can see its eyes glance over to you.
It seems like it still hurt it though.
For sure.
Okay. That will be all.
Revelia.
Okay, so it would be an action to get rid of the fear, but I'd have to not have line of sight with it, correct?
Correct.
And these rocks are not particularly big, correct?
You could dive behind them, similar to what Karuto did. The problem is the closest rock is.
Yeah, she can't go forward.
Yeah.
She could dash maybe and get behind Karuto.
Yes, but it does require an action.
Yeah. I don't want to hold things up. I'd say paralyzed with fear, unable to move, she will take the dodge action for now.
Sure.
She is still in front of other people.
Looks back, at least knows she's protecting Navali. 6.
I'm going to get behind Permilia, and then 6 is going to take a deep breath and assert dominance over this stupid fucking lion. She is going to scream back. As loud as she can.
It echoes throughout the mask and then echoes throughout the desert, and all of you can hear this scream. Permilia and Leo, both of you roll me a wisdom saving throw. 6, you're deafened.
14 for Permilia?
You're both still afraid, but you feel as if the scream almost shook you out of it.
Damn it. It was worth trying. I'm going to take a step forward, and that's the end of my turn.
Navali.
Navali is going to walk up in front of Vermilion 6, point her finger at the lion and say, "Betray." Command.
I have to wonder what that would even mean.
You said there were others coming.
It's true, but I have to wonder if it considers it betrayal. Either way, it's only for 6 seconds on its next turn.
So, okay, that, it should, yeah.
Your DM needs a moment to consider how to portray betrayal. I have an answer.
All
It
right.
stops and stares at the group and then just roars back as if trying to assert dominance in some way or form. You're not sure 100% what this did, but I'm going to be rolling something privately.
Sorry, guys, I wanted to test to see if this would work.
It might do something interesting.
At the start of the round, another one does arrive, though it seems shaky, as if unsure of what it's supposed to be doing.
Maybe we've become friends.
No, that only lasts 6 seconds.
But that's like 6 rounds, correct?
No, that's a
Or is it-
round.
Oh, that's a round. Okay. All right, I bought us some time.
It didn't attack you on its turn. You know that for certain. Leah, actually, hold on. Let me actually roll its initiative as it enters. Sure. It'll go next round. Leah,
Leo will step into Carto's space and try to shake this off. Big nope. He doesn't really have anything else he can do at this moment, so that's it.
Carto.
Don't have an ally within 5 feet of it, which is very frustrating. It's also been told to betray. However, I can see the dude over there.
It seems
All the way over
shaky,
there.
and it yelled at them instead of actually charging you.
I'm gonna try snipe it. I assume those don't hurt.
A 15? 15, let me double check. A 15 just glances off its hide.
Yep, thought so. Cool. As for my bullshit rogue bonus action,
Didn't you bonus action for the second shot there?
oh yes, good point. So as my bullshit bonus action, I tried to make it hit and didn't work. So that's me. That's
Slastra.
Hello. Celestra will cast Guiding Bolt. Level 1.
17 is a hit. I had to decide what guiding bolt icon should be. 14 damage slams into it, and it growls angrily.
Hooray.
Now glowing.
That will be all for me.
Vermilia.
Sorry, I'm still at a loss, and I don't mean to make her turns take too long. 6, maybe you should have.
I mean, there's not a lot
Use
she
the
can
door.
do here, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Because correct me if I'm wrong and I'm not seeing it, but she doesn't seem to have any ranged abilities, correct?
Correct.
And she can't move closer to it, and
Is Navali big enough to break line of sight?
I am a very tall bunny.
if he goes prone, is Navali.
I will allow it if she is willing to use her movement to go prone.
I'll do it.
Navali, your girlfriend is hiding beneath your legs.
Okay, I'm protecting her.
Then I'll use my action to try to shake off, if I may.
You may. Navali, your girlfriend is shaking beneath your legs.
Navali is still standing strong so that she can protect her girlfriend.
That's me, I guess.
6.
I shout to Karito to take a shot.
6.
I'm
You
Commander.
do this without any issues, but you shout louder than you expect because you
'Cause I'm
can't
deaf.
hear. Yeah, you can't hear yourself at all.
I'm Commander striking you on the guiding bolted lion, Karito.
It's got about advantage or D4 extra.
Advantage.
Nice.
Yeah, you can get sneak attack with it.
Hell yeah, I can.
Mm-hmm.
Whip. Whoa.
Oh,
Oh, you went
Wait,
for the
that's sharpshoot.
spicy one.
I didn't mean to sharpshoot, but I did, and I'll take it.
I mean, I was going to make you, since you add the -5, make you do it. So congratulations, you hit.
Well, let
It's
me just
sneak
change
attack.
sharpshoot as a bonus action.
Sharpshoot's not a bonus action. It's just when you shoot, you decide.
It is true. Very nice. Very nice. Jesus!
nice.
There we go.
42 damage.
Slams into the lion as it definitely turns its head towards that direction. It's almost as if the holy lights guided the arrow directly into its chest.
With my second attack, I'm going to fire my hand crossbow at it.
That is a hit. 7 damage sinks into it. You can tell that it's taking full damage from these attacks. It just doesn't seem to mind when it's such a small number.
The 42 did leave it reeling a little bit, yeah?
Oh yeah, like
Okay.
it seems its attention is focused there now. Volley.
Seeing that the creature's attention has moved, she is going to move here, and she is going to, let's see, she's going to hold up her spear, and she is going to thrust it, and she is going to cast Blizzard.
Dex save. I know that one.
It is not a dex save. It is a
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
I'm going to double check, but you're probably right. That's fine. Because it's ice. That makes sense.
Yes. I'm going to do it in a way where it gets maximum rough terrain. Just because it's within 100 feet of her that she can cast this. So, but it's like a 20-foot radius. So I want to put it in a way where it would definitely have to suffer with that.
You wanted to make it have to go through the entire thing. I understand. I will
Yes.
let you know this thing is very fast and will likely be able to still move very quickly, but yes.
Mhm. I want to minimize it though.
Like,
I'd say put it a little lower. Like, let's see.
needs to still be hit, but probably about here. Not hitting your
Oh,
friends.
Well, it says that I have 100 feet, so
Well, this 100 feet range. The radius is
Yes.
20.
yes, that's what I mean. So I can, we can maneuver it.
Yeah, I mean, you can push it wherever you want without any issues. It's just you only have a 20-foot radius.
Yes. I was thinking more like there. So still hit it, but gives I want to hit it and leave as much potential room as possible, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, completely makes sense. I will point out, though, it could just walk back and then completely avoid it
Yes.
without
But
taking the negative effects of the terrain. Then,
Oh, if we put it that way?
so if with that edge, it will take the damage, but it could just take a step back and then no longer be in the rough terrain.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'll move it up a little. I'll move it to where yours is. I don't know how to delete things though. Is there a way to delete it?
You click on it
Nope.
and then click delete, but I can get it.
Okay.
As a GM, I have that power.
There you go. Okay. So that was my action. Let's see. And
Remember to roll damage for it too.
Oh, right. Yes. It is. Oh, what was it again? Sorry, I closed that sheet, so I need to find it again. It is 46.
That's a pretty good 46.
Definitely. Does not seem to like that.
2, 3, 4. Okay. Then let's see. I was right here, so I've moved 20 feet. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that was 20 feet, so I can actually move right here.
Yes.
And correct me if I am wrong. Since Blizzard is a part of my ice sphere, I can still use a spell, correct? As a bonus action.
If it's a bonus action spell, yes, because it's not actually a spell. You're using an ability.
I am going to do a bonus action Shield of Faith, and I am going to put it on. I'm going to put it on myself. So I forgot to change my armor class from last time. Okay, so now there. Okay.
Well, it has a very simple thing of what it wants to target, and it rushes through this cold and ice and snow, completely ignoring it, and rushes Promelia. First things first. Was technically the wrong sheet, but I'll take the roll and it would hit. It has advantage because she's frightened. Also because she's on the ground, technically. Let me roll the proper amount of damage. She takes...
Reaction, icicles.
Okay. I believe you're in range, 30 feet.
Yep, I believe so. Oh, never mind, 40 feet. Never mind, I can't do that.
You see that, and unfortunately, it's just out of range. She takes 21 damage and is grabbed by this thing, and it tries to shove her in its mouth.
Oh, God.
No.
Only 7 piercing as it bites into her. But she takes an additional 2 psychic damage. And then it... 6, you do get an attack of opportunity. It tries to drag her away.
I do get one, you said?
You do, yes.
Okay. I am carrying a hand crossbow. May I drop it and swipe with my normal tabaxi claws?
I'll allow that. I mean, it's always assumed that you have your natural weapons on you. You don't have to completely drop it. You can just...
Trip attack. It must target strength, as I can't target dexterity. That just succeeds.
Roll your damage, though. You show this creature what a claw can do, and you cut into its hand. It's bleeding profusely as it drags her away.
I thought the lion was gonna go after Karito and Leo.
50-50 chance.
Also, excuse you, I would not be able to survive that easily.
And Pamelia also takes an additional 2 damage as it does this. Thanks to the rough terrain, that's as far as it can go. Being said, it's no longer under command and it's going to be able to use its legendary action. Other lion seems cautious when it's moving, as if it's deciding what it's allowed to do and only moves up to here and nothing else. Let me make things worse.
Oh, howdy.
No?
Third lion shows up and it appears to also be a bit cautious and keeping an eye on wondering what it should be doing.
These lions are not as... They're different than the other ones.
The lion you are currently fighting, yes.
As in, the one that's been here is different than the 2 that arrived?
The one you are currently fighting definitely looks a bit different and is acting a bit differently than the last one you fought.
Hmm.
Is it my turn?
Yes. Go ahead, Leo. I was just adding it to the turn tracker because it did not get added.
Does this lion still have like from the blizzard? Are there any like icicles on it, or I'm trying to game the shatter spell to gain an advantage, but
No,
okay.
no.
I'm just going to cast shatter on it. I am upcasting it to 6th level, and it's Permelia is not in its mouth actively, right? Like
No, it's in its hand.
okay, so it took like a little chomp. So Leo's aiming it, particularly in a way so as to not hit Permelia, which I'll just center it here, and it has a 10-foot radius. So, but that is a Constitution saving throw.
Dang.
Oh my god. I saw a +1 on that con save earlier, and I thought everything would be great. But it still takes 16 damage.
Takes the damage and definitely seems to be in a lot of pain, but seems content with its prey.
Leo will sort of... He's only afraid of this one, the one that we're currently fighting, right?
Correct.
As far as okay, so he's just gonna sort of get behind this rock with a little bit of movement, and end his turn.
Karta.
This one's still gunny bolted, right?
No, that only lasts for 1 shot.
Oh, what?
Familia's
Where's that
technically
for?
adjacent, though.
It's true.
Resistant aura. Yeah, let's try and save Familiar. Character refocuses and goes, oh shit. And this time he's not gonna risk it with any flashiness. He's just gonna go straight for it. Flip. Ooh. Bonus action.
23 hits.
Yeah. I've clearly run out of steam. That's still very good.
That's 23 is a lot. I know we're used to rev numbers, but 23 is a lot.
But I rolled a 1. That's suboptimal.
Arrow pushes into it, and it's clearly bleeding heavily, and seems to just want to grab her and run. Anything else?
No.
Lustra.
So 6 is currently deaf, is that correct?
Looks that way.
Is she using her claws currently?
She has a hand crossbow out and her normal, like, tabaxi claws, not her normal claws.
Yeah. Okay. And this lion is dragging Perm away. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
So Lastra would approach the lion and he will use I think she's just going to cast Spiritual Weapon and make it appear next to herself.
Oh, dang.
Big bonks, please.
Amazing.
It's a good bonk. That's just a bonus action.
It is. And he will also regular bonk attempt. 16?
16 is its AC.
Okay. Let me sure. Okay. Yeah, it does have the modifications properly rolled. Yep. Then that will be all.
Oh,
No, you hit.
You hit.
Roll damage.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
Bonk.
Bonk.
You bonk it across, and you can actually loosen one of its teeth as it turns and roars at you. At the end of a turn, it's going to take a legendary action and try to bite your head.
Ouch.
The +0 is intentional. Don't worry.
Okay.
Vermilia.
Okay, being dragged, don't like it. I am also restrained, correct?
Yes, you're in its hand. Well, you're not technically restrained, just grappled.
I am grappled.
Your
Can I
movement
use
is
half
0.
my movement
Let's
to
be clear.
Oh, okay. As a rule, does Permilia typically have Angel's Bane or her longsword equipped?
I normally run her with Angel's Bane.
Okay. I mean, kind of being short of other options, I think she's going to try to hit this thing.
Sure. She will be rolling at disadvantage, but it's also Vermilia.
So I've got two things here, one with a +7 modifier, one with a +9.
She has not activated the sacred weapon.
Okay, sorry.
Permilia's a god.
17's a hit. She has multi-attack. 17's a hit. Why?
This feels like a good time for Inspiring Action Surge, maybe?
Sure. Who's getting the temp HP?
Solastra 6 and there's nobody else within range of it. Can I target myself?
She can target herself.
Hell yeah.
How much is it?
6.
Nice.
And then I get a full round of attacks again, right?
It's action surge. 14 doesn't hit. 9 doesn't hit.
Well, she did her best.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Six.
I'm proccing Tabaxi Dash just because I moved 0 last time.
Correct.
6 sort of prances through the sand in a way that she doesn't normally. She gets around the other side. I'm gonna dance on it. One for Celestia, one for Permelia, and one for me. Here we go. Nope. Nope. Bonus action. I switched to my claws. I mean, I forgot to say, but
I assumed.
Trip attack. No, it's coming up. I don't trip attack. 1. Willow made it look better.
Dance fighting is hard.
I'm getting there.
End of your turn, it will spend another legendary action to turn and, like, you booped its tail. It doesn't like that. And attempt to bite your head.
That's a hit.
Now you get to know why it's a +0.
I'll be fine.
Its jaws go straight for your neck and tear out a real big chunk of you and spit it out. It hurts a lot. That's probably not a good thing. Navali.
Seeing that her girlfriend is now in the jaws of a lion, she turns to Leo and Karuto and says, "I'm sorry, I have to go." And she uses a bonus action to use her once a long rest jump to get over there.
I'll allow it.
And is it out there to say that I would like to have her jump on top of the lion?
If you would like to jump on top of the lion, I'm going to actually ask you to make that your action to mount it.
Could I still attack it?
No. But
Okay.
you would have a variety of advantages by being on top of it.
Sure, I'll go for it.
Okay. I will state before you actually commit, doing this will require you to roll athletics against it.
Since I'm using my once a day jump, can I argue that I have advantage?
I'll allow it.
Okay. 15?
It shakes a little bit and you only end up next to it.
Okay. Can I argue that I'm like here? Like,
yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay. All right, and then let's see. I used a bonus action, and I used that, so I think that's all I can do.
You are next to your girlfriend again.
Yes.
Before it tries to move, it tries to just squeeze and claw the person in its grasp from one with a claw.
Reaction. I'm taking that hit.
You take 23 damage as you see it's trying to kill your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And then it attempts to bite her again. I know her AC. She manages to put a shield in front of it. Navali, you get an attack of opportunity first as it then tries to drag her away.
All right. Dang.
Celestia, you get an attack of opportunity. It tries to drag her away.
Yay. Would I have Divine Strike or no?
Yep, Divine Strike is just if you hit it with a melee attack.
Sick.
Hits. Burns into it with definite divine retribution. 6, you get an attack of opportunity. It tries to drag her away.
Does my spiritual weapon get one?
Unfortunately, no.
Dang.
20, 30. And then she takes 5 dragging damage. And that is the end of the lion's turn. This one still seems cautious, as if trying to get a little bit closer, but not actively engaging it, as if observing. This one just stares. I will reveal the hidden rolls I'm doing here that make me laugh. Leo.
Being frightened is hard. Doing some quick measurements. When you did it seem like it did normal damage when I casted my lightning bolt initially?
Yeah, it seemed to actually like it partially dodged it, but it did go through and do normal damage.
Okay. Leo is going to. He's trying to find an angle so that he does not hit his allies. We're just going to bring him here ultimately. And it's going to thread the needle between Celastra and Permilia to do another lightning bolt at third level. Best I can do.
It seems very nimble. It's haggard now. It's clearly breathing heavily, but it seems content with its prey and just trying to move away. Karuto.
I'm not going to let it escape. It's very rude. Hopefully it's distracted enough because I'm going to move up here, duck behind this rock, use a hide action. Roll stealth. 25.
Is it?
No,
Oh,
that's stealth.
that's a stealth. Yeah, actually, the moment you hide, I have to roll something.
Okay.
You're not sure. You can see it sniffing the air, but you can find out by shooting.
Well, I was just about to ask, do I roll with advantage?
Do you shoot it? Are you shooting at the one that's holding Permilia?
Yes, absolutely.
You do roll with advantage.
Beautiful. Let's go. So I'm gonna sharpshoot this as well. 19, 14, fuck, 15, 14.
Glances off its hide. You're positive that arrow would have went into its heart if the hide wasn't so hard.
I got nothing. Pretty sure that's me.
Slostra.
How bad is Permilia looking?
You've seen her take worse.
Okay, I figured. I will. Has Celastra noticed that Six seems to not be able to hear anything?
She's certainly not reacting to sound. Like she's also clearly having to look where she's wanting to attack.
Okay. I will have my hammer move to this little grassy area right here. Not that it can actually do anything, but or wait, does that count as a bonus action, or is that just a thing I can do?
Moving the hammer is a bonus action.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to do that. I will approach Six and cast Holy Weapon
Oh my
as a
God.
bonus action on her
Oh
claws.
my god.
Here it comes.
And that is a bonus action, so I will Sacred Flame the lion dragging Permilia. Oops, that 6 shouldn't be there.
I will ignore the 6 if it fails. It failed and it takes 10 damage. Seems very badly hurt. They just quickly put an icon up for the holy weapon. That seems appropriate. Is that it?
Yep.
End of your turn, it's going to squeeze at Permilia and try to make her stop squirming. Permilia takes 11.
Can I? Oh, I already reaction. Never mind. I can't do it.
Correct. And now it's her turn.
Okay. It, could she try to break free of the restraint? Like, would that be an action?
Yeah, you can attempt to break free. Athletics or acrobatics. You don't know the escape DC, but you could absolutely try.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be our best. Because how bad does the lion look?
Pretty hurt. Like, it's clearly could have kept fighting if it wasn't so hurt, but realized that it might lose and is trying to run away with her.
Yeah, and she doesn't want to be ran away with, and also attacks at disadvantage. Yeah, she's gonna try to break free. Yes. So athletics.
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer. Easily just pushes the shield and sword and gets out of the hand and is on the ground.
Does she suddenly get her movement back, or was it still 0 for this turn?
You get your movement back immediately.
Okay, then she'll use half of it to stand up.
She succeeds.
Debating running. Yeah, she's gonna try to get away.
It tries to bite her as she leaves.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, that's going to be real bad. So she takes 41 damage and is unconscious. Bites into her back, and with a spray of blood, she falls to the ground, clearly badly injured. Hey, 6.
Okay, I'm gonna kill the lion. What does holy weapon look like coming from Tharmacool?
Sort of like the flames that you see from Sacred Flame, but like engulfing your claws.
Fantastic. I'm gonna run up here. And I'm killing. I'm gonna spend a superiority die to make this a precision attack.
Okay.
Damn, that's a miss.
Uh, 27 is a hit, as you're aware. Cuts in deeply, and it's on its last legs.
Bonus action. Action surge.
Woo!
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
How do you want to do
Damn.
this?
Charged up with holy energy and reflecting on the experiences that she had with Willow, 6 is flower dancing to get Permilia free. She is a whirlwind of claws and grace, and when she has the lion off balance, she strikes it up through its skull in an attempt to, like, unhinge its jaw and rip its face off.
In the initial flurry, you cut into the hand that looked like it was trying to grab her again, and in a single solid swipe, fingers come off. It turns to you, mouth open, and you, in a almost graceful dive, move yourself down, then up. You expect the claws to pierce through its mane, but they just kind of glide off and keep going upwards. And as its teeth are about to get into your body, the claws go directly into just below its chin and cut straight through and up. Its head falls into 3 pieces in front of you before the teeth could ever land on you. So anyway, I believe you have a fourth attack if you want.
I don't think there's any target I could hit with it.
Familia's right there.
No, but with this lion's head in tatters and my claws bloodied and flaming with holy light, I'm going to snarl at the other two lions.
They actually seem more confident now that that one's dead.
Oh boy. Okay. I have one attack left, and I have 5 feet of movement. Can I try to push Permilia to this square?
I'll allow it.
Um,
I'll even say it's an automatic success.
Okay. I drag Permilia closer to the group.
Like, you basically just kick her that way. That is it. Navali.
Navali's not taking any chances. She is running all the way to Permilia and dropping 25 points of healing into her girlfriend with lay on hands.
She lets out a deep breath that seems unnaturally strong, and her fear is gone as the creature is dead. She is breathing. The wounds are healed. She is simply on the ground.
All right. And then Navali is going to, let's see. Mhm. I'm gonna bonus action turn the tide. I'm going to do everybody that's within 30 feet that's half HP can roll to add 1d6 plus 2.
So just Vermilia.
Yes.
She heals 5. She's looking much healthier than 2 seconds ago. Anything else?
That is it.
Let her die, apparently, no matter how hard I try. Both lions that seem to come out earlier seem suddenly significantly more confident. Karuto.
Don't like this.
Hi.
Don't like this at all.
I thought Karto was sneaking.
He
Yeah,
immediately shot.
Yeah,
Ah.
I broke cover. Also, you can sneak and fool one person, but not like others.
Can I attempt to use my reaction?
You're within range.
Okay. Navali is going to turn around and she's going to throw. Let's see. I have 4 icicles, so I believe I can do 3. 3 of the icicles. Is that correct, or
You
is
can
it
do all
just
4
2?
if you wanted to.
I don't think I need to go 4 because it's like. No, you know what? Fuck it. Sure, we'll go 4. I believe it's roll. No, it's 1d6. I'm just gonna do 3.
Okay. Karto, for the sake of making this simple for me, could you roll me acrobatics?
No.
Instead of making it a free or not grappled?
Oh, first roll, 24.
The ice blocks the hand, gives you just enough time to dodge out of the way before it actually grabs onto you.
Do I still take the damage?
No, she nullified all 10 of it.
God damn. Nicely done.
It angrily just attempts to claw at you with a different hand.
I think that actually misses. Hold on. No, that's dead on.
You still take 19 damage, but you are not grappled by it as it leers directly in front of you. Seems frustrated that it couldn't grab you. A6. You snarled loudly. All your friends could hear it, and it took it as a challenge.
Good. I changed my mind. That's a hit.
You are currently grappled. It attempts to bite you before it moves.
That's a hit.
And then pulls you back. This is its max movement after coming that far. Double checking how much damage you take from these when you move. You do not move far enough to take damage. Okay. Yeah. You are no longer frightened because the thing that you were frightened of is dead.
And yet the situation still seems worse. Before I drop concentration on locate creature, I just want to check in on Rev. As he seems to move at all.
You know what? I'm going to do a quick check-in myself. Rev, I gave you a description of where you were, right? Did you move?
I mean,
in the next 30 seconds? Rev has chosen to type to me, just so you're all aware. He is actually checking in. He is moving, not quickly, and it seems as if he's not going down, just kind of moving around in the area. Directly below you.
This is a weird question, but would Leo have any assurance that Rev isn't dead because he has not turned into an object yet? He's
You are
still a creature.
positive. Like, I'll allow you to roll Arcana, actually.
Tense
You're
moment.
pretty sure that that means he's alive, but it's possible that he's dead. Like, you did just describe him, and maybe it's just... Well, also, this place is weird. Maybe he's possessed. There's a lot of ways that he could still be dead.
All right, well, we can't save Rev unless we deal with this situation. So Leo drops concentration on locate creature to bonus action Thunderblade. And is going to try to get up and help Karito. We will, as the first of my two attacks, I'm going to cantrip Booming Blade with my arm guard.
Okay.
Total failure, and second attack is the Thunderblade. Also total failure.
It seems spryly dodging all of your attacks.
That is it.
Karuto.
Hello.
Before your turn, it takes legendary action to claw your face again.
I don't like this.
Don't worry, they don't have many of those.
Naruto is bloodied.
Karuto.
Naruto is escaping. Bonus action, disengage.
Let me read something about them really quick. Yep, no issues.
I'm going to move here. And then fling an arrow back the way I came. Nice. Double nice.
Slams into his rear end and it yelps angrily as it's clearly turning to deal with Leo.
Character throws out a rude gesture.
Celestra.
I will bonus action move my hammer to the west and attack the blue lion. And then move 30 feet north.
Multitasking.
Of course. 13, I'm guessing, does not hit.
Does not hit.
And then I suppose I wouldn't be able to dash and try to free 6. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Um. Hmm. That's a problem. I guess I will dash and try to sort of block the lion's path a little bit.
Sure.
That'll be it.
End of your turn, it's going to take a legendary action to just kind of swipe at you for coming near it. Celestra takes 17. And I
Ow.
will need a concentration check.
Okay.
Just a reminder, it's just a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Holy weapon fades from your blades. Permelia.
Okay, how bad do 6 or Celestra or both look?
Half health.
Celestra is fine.
And how bad is the lion, the red one?
Doing fine.
But 6 is currently grappled, correct?
Correct.
I think Permilia is going to move up here and try to get 6 out of its mouth.
Its hand, but sure.
Hand, sorry.
No, allow it. It's definitely forced athletics, but if you beat its escape DC, I'll allow it. All right, 6. You feel a familiar shield bash into the hand, and a hand grab you and drag you out immediately.
Calm and immediately accepting, like, yeah, that's Permelia. She accepts.
You are freed.
Thanks, Perm. I don't say anything in character. Saying it out of character.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
6. Your claws are no longer glowing.
She temporarily looks at her claws. They're not glowing anymore. Oh well, she doesn't need them to kick the shit out of this thing. Bonus action. I'm looking at my health. Bonus action, second win.
That's a good second wind. By good, I mean terrible roll, but +9's amazing.
The +9's amazing. It's great. It's like some lay on hands. It's like a heal spell. I'm going to attempt to tear into it with my claws. This is the one that goes on initiative order 16, right?
Correct.
They all go together anyway. It doesn't make a difference.
It's literally just weirdly clumped together. 27 hits.
On the second one, I'm going to attempt a goading attack. This is a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
It shouldn't have radiant. It's the 7 and the 6, so 13 damage.
6. You have cat instincts. You boop it on the nose. Its eyes glare at you. You have its full attention.
Navali, help! She's kind of laughing as she says that too. I choose to think that's in character.
Navali, you just heard Navali help.
Okay. Let's see. Oh gosh. Okay. I just wanted to check something real quick. Okay. All right. Navali is going to run up next to the lion, and she's going to take her Yuki spear and try to hit it.
That is a hit. Ice chills across it, but you can see his eyes fixate entirely on 6.
All right, and let's see. Seeing that its eyes are trained on 6, she's going to drop concentration on her shield, and she is going to bonus action shield to face 6.
Six, you can't hear what she's saying, but you feel more protected for some reason.
This is weird. She's never received this before. It feels nice.
It feels like a very warm, comforting feeling.
Before any of that, let's see if it can actually hit Leo. You have a bunch of mirror images.
Indeed.
First one, I believe that's targeting a mirror image.
I
Remind
believe so.
me. Is it below 10?
I believe it's above 6. Yeah, 6 or higher.
All right, so first one is going to be targeting a mirror image with attempting to grab it, funny enough. Immediately breaks it, probably.
Yep. That also hits a mirror image.
And this one is a claw as it angrily can't seem to grab anything and breaks a second one. And it seems confused and flustered.
We take it.
Right around and have to roll anything anymore. Hey, 6.
Hi. That's a hit.
Even with Shield of Faith.
Yeah, I have 20 AC.
I am actually going to take that with my reaction.
I will remind you, this means you
Yes,
will be
I know.
grappled. Okay.
I'm taking
Oh,
it. Yep.
interesting.
As you jump in front and it grabs you, it seems confused, keeps holding on to you, and then tries to. Yeah, it's going to go for the bite instead of the claw on 6.
A miss.
It can't seem to grab you. Like, looks at the bunny in its hand.
Navali's glaring at it.
Hiding modifier. It's going to accept this and try to run. At 6 and Celestra, attack opportunity.
Hooray!
Trip attack targeting dexterity.
Sure.
Damn it. 11 damage.
We'll still mark that damage. Gets checking, yes. Here. It is currently grabbing someone and in dragging you along. It slams you into the sand as it does so, Navali, you take 6 damage.
I have a question.
Sure.
So I believed it was goaded. Is that correct?
Correct.
So wouldn't it have had disadvantage?
No, because it attacked 6 and you just jumped in front of it.
Okay, so it doesn't work like the paladin thing where they have disadvantage on.
Correct. Like you are actually just taking the hit for them.
Okay.
The
I just
attack
wanted
was
to be
against
sure.
me instead of against you. You just took the damage.
Correct. And because the damage is an effect, the effect went on you instead.
Okay.
And the damage from this isn't an attack roll, it's just by dragging along you take damage.
But if it attacks me, doesn't it have disadvantage?
It never
Correct.
attacked you.
It never attacked you.
No, I mean for the future.
No, because it's no longer going to be goaded anymore.
At the end of my turn, it could legendary
True.
action.
If
Yes.
it legendary actions, it will have disadvantage, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to clarify.
In the meantime, Leo.
Can you remind me, has their attack of opportunities ever been a grapple?
They have not attempted to grapple attack of opportunities,
Okay,
only
they've all
claws and
been
bites.
biting. Okay. Leo shouts over to Karito, seeing that you're next. We need to focus on them, and he's going to try to bring the fight up here rather than splitting our damage.
It's going to go for the bite.
Yep. We'll roll the last mirror image, which would be a 11 or higher. So
Yeah, so
yes.
it breaks the last mirror image.
Yep. Leo runs with that being gone all the way up here to swipe at the red one. First attack is Booming Blade.
As a hit.
Second attack is, I'll do the damage in a second, Thunderblade, and actually, sorry, and this is like a handedness thing. Would I have been able to Thunderblade, Booming Blade with my offhand? Not really, probably not.
No.
Okay, yeah. Then
Because the offhand attack is a completely different thing.
Yep. Okay, so third attack is, I might have to figure out how that works. But I will do some damage. It's going to be this plus 3d8. Total of
20.
20. Yes, 20.
Cuts into it without any issues, and as the booming goes over its legs, you can tell these things like to move. That's probably going to help.
Yep. And I will end my turn.
Garanta.
Hello. I'm going to follow the lead of my allies and try and consolidate battle. I'm also going to use a dash action because oh god. Yeah, no. I'm on 22 HP. I ain't staying near things. And then he's gonna snap off a shot at the red marked line.
Hit.
Okay, that was crap damage.
That was actually crap damage. I'll grant you that one. Anything else?
Nope, just those two.
Okay. End of your turn. It is actually the red lion is actually going to roll at disadvantage on one of you. That's going to be on Leo, funny enough.
Oh
As
boy.
it tries to backhand a claw at you. I still trying to look over to thank you, disadvantage. 6 at the same time. Slastra.
Spiritual weapon, bonus action, bonk.
As a hit. Blue line is just confused.
Bonk. And then unfortunately I can't get close enough to do anything except for cast more spells. So, just for funsies, since I'm in range, I will poison spray.
Oh no, that's con, right?
Yes.
Blah.
Technically, I clicked the wrong thing, but it would still fail. All right, it takes 13, and poison seems to work fine.
Yay. That will be all.
It starts hacking as poison gets into it. Permelia.
Yeah. I think Perm's gonna go after the thing that tried to take, or it currently has Navali, correct?
Yeah, Navali is in its hands.
Would it be an item interaction to switch to the longsword?
Yeah, like you can do that pretty freely. They do the same amount of damage, though, to be clear.
Yes, but one kills and it has her girlfriend.
That's fair.
Yeah, okay, so I think that's what we're doing then.
I'm not vetoing, that's fine. 20 hits.
And then can I make a shove with her shield?
Okay. Which kind of shove? Is knocking prone or push 5 feet?
Prone.
Ooh. I hate that. It's a large creature, so she can do that. That's upsetting.
Athletics?
Athletics, yes.
Oh no.
It says no.
That's me.
6.
I run into battle heroically. I'm hitting it. I slash several times.
End of your turn, the blue one is going to take a legendary action to move half its speed over to here. Now it's Navali's turn.
How bad does it look?
The red one? The red one's bleeding heavily all over you. It's breathing a bit heavily too, but it could probably keep going for a bit. You've only just really started trying to hurt it.
Okay.
And you don't have your 100 damage person here, so things are a bit slower.
And if I try to break free, it's going to be my full action.
Yes, the time you break free is a full action, though grapple does not prevent you from attacking normally. You're not restrained.
Okay. You know what? I think I'm just actually going to hit it.
Sure.
So I'm going to swing my blade. Not my blade, my spear. It's not hit.
16 hits.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do. Oh yeah. And then give me 1 second. No, that's pretty much all I can do.
Okay. Don't have any legendary actions currently, so on its turn, it first, no longer goaded, simply tries to make the person in its hand stop moving. So Navali, bite and claw on you. So let's start that.
That is a hit. All right. That is a miss.
Then everyone except Zalastra and Karato get an attack of opportunity as it tries to leave.
I'm just going to roll booming blade damage first.
Ooh.
Correct. Ow. Because of that booming blade damage, it might not survive the attack of opportunities. Navali doesn't get one, obviously, because you're going with it.
Yeah.
An additional 11 from Thunderblade.
An additional 11 from me.
It's limping heavily. You almost completely chopped off a leg as it takes Navali away, but does barely get away. all the way over to here. Navale takes 2d6.
All right.
You go down to -6. You're still moving. It looks like it badly wants to escape these people who are hounding it with you in tow, but it doesn't look like it's going to last much longer. I did that in the wrong order. Blue should have gone first. That's fine. We'll just reverse order for this round only. Leo,
Hello.
the closest target.
Makes sense. That is a miss. That will be shielded.
As an arcane shield blocks its claws, it seems more frustrated because it thought it had you earlier. Why won't you just come with it? Leo.
I believe this is what would have been quote unquote round 10 for the mirror image, which also means it would be the turn that my blade song ends.
Yep.
So I'm going to re-up that as a bonus action. And probably just come back up to the red one, accepting the attack of opportunity from the blue one.
Tries to bite you in the back.
That's good. That's a hit. 17 con save for my Thunderblade.
You're fine.
That was fine. And then 2 attacks with the Thunderblade. Big 4.
Still moving.
That is it for Leo.
Karuto, it's trying to leave with your friend.
It's not going to leave my friend. This time I'm not going to sharpshoot. Bonus action.
19 hits.
God damn.
How do you want to do this?
While being harried by Leorin and still trying to grip onto Nivali, obviously it's distracted, and Karate takes advantage of this by carefully placing his shot and manages to angle it just so that it goes in one eye and comes out the other.
As it's turning wildly to try and deal with Leo, you aim perfectly. And as it's turning its head, you know you're going to miss. And you just push the wind slightly, and the arrow seems to almost do a 180, pierces directly into its eye. And before it can even realize what's happening, there's just a splorch of blood and it falls down dead. Anyway, only one left. Hey, Celestra.
Hello. The blue one is the only one that's still alive?
Yes, and it, at the very least, is looking hungry and annoyed that it can't seem to grab Leo, but it's only going after what's ever nearby.
Okay. I will bonus action move my hammer closer and then use my other hammer to give it hopefully a big bonk. Or not. Just kidding. That's all.
End of your turn, as you get close to it, it'll spend its one legendary action to try and claw you, scratching harmlessly off your armor. Vermilia. You surrounding it. Players can't see what you're doing, but I can. You're deciding where to move, and you successfully do that.
Forgot that I was on push to talk. I think this will work. And then hold an attack for when 6 attacks.
Sure. 6.
Are we gonna do it? Is our anime cut-in portrait gonna flash?
I think so.
Let's do it.
Synchronized strike. I'm sure it's on her sheet.
Yeah, toggle advantage and then roll synchronized strike. Yes!
Hell
7.
yeah.
And then I take my second attack.
Yep.
And then I use my bonus action. Claw, 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 stab, stab, slash, twirl, dance.
As you just dig into it, and with a long sword, you remember that she is very good at just chopping things off. It is already looking rough. Navali, you're just on the ground next to this creature. Its hand limply dropped you.
I am going to use my action to up my spear. I,
A D8.
yes. Sweet. All the way back up.
Yep, you already had one, so.
So, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no. Okay. All right. That is me.
Blue lion. Well, it has 3 different targets. 2 of them actually hurt it, so they're getting weighted in that way. Listen, I want to kill Familia today. That's what the dice say. Listen, I wanted to try and kill Familia today. That's what the dice say. Hey, Leo.
Leo is just gonna get in there. Booming blade. No. Regular thunderblade and a offhand arm guard. I rolled too many times, so just the thunderblade.
Yes, just a thunderblade hit.
Big 5.
Small amounts of damage do add up as it's clearly been hurt. So that's it. Can I take it? No, it's not. Karuto.
Oop, I was muted. Hello. Let's end this. Come on. Character moves in closer, warily regarding the creature, and finds an opening between his allies to fire off another arrow. And gently nudges it with magic inherent in the weapon.
Too gentle.
Too
You
gentle.
gently nudge it with magic, and it just kind of goes into the sand.
At least it didn't go into Leorin. Guess that's a bonus. Or negative.
Yeah, depends on how you look at things.
Depends on the day.
So that's it.
Yep.
Slostra.
Hello. Bonus action, move the hammer closer for a bonk. Bonk attempt. Woohoo!
That spiritual weapon has crit multiple times.
Big bonk. And another bonk.
21 hits.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
You crack into its skull, and part of it flicks off as it is already dazed and having a lot of issues. Anything else?
But it's not dead?
Not yet.
Darn. That will be all.
Familia.
Is there a reason that I can't see why she wouldn't be able to just set up for that again?
No, there's no reason she can't do it again. The problem with it is it means you're not doing multi-attack. But you could just ready action, do it again.
I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Sure. You heard that, Six.
Synchronized strike, let's go. Is it still alive?
Barely.
Attack number 2.
26 hits. How do you want to do this?
After it's reeling from the combined blow of Permilia and Six and the hammer and everything else together, Six is going to calmly and with precision step under its head and slice its throat.
You come to the issue of you can't seem to pierce into its mane to cut its throat, but as it's reeling and you cut into its mane to try and get through, and your blades just don't pierce into it at all, they glance off and instead go into its torso. And with a heave of just sheer panic, you hear it screech, and everyone else can, but you hear nothing. You know it's blood fuming from its mouth as you pull back and realize you cut apart its heart. Anyway, we're going to take a small break and before we figure out exactly how you're going to help with Rev in the moment.
Oh boy.
Congratulations on not dying. So let's take a quick bathroom break.
I'll put us on the break screen.
The blood of the lions is starting to decay in front of you, covered in viscera and other battle scars, many of you badly wounded. You take a deep breath, and now you simply have to wonder how you're going to save Reverence. What would the party like to do?
Scream.
You scream, and in the middle of your scream, Six, you can start to hear again.
Is Karuto singing again?
Rev is.
We need to get Rev out.
I last saw him deep. Like beyond what makes sense. I don't know if there's a tunnel.
Do I have any idea how to learn if there's a tunnel underground?
Everyone who has thieves' cants, I will allow you to roll me a survival. The fact that that is not just the rogue makes me laugh.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yes.
half the party has thieves' cants.
Navali, what have you been doing?
You never asked.
Very sneaky.
Six in the volley, like you have basic ideas of ways they can find out in buildings and such, but in a desert that becomes more complicated. Karuto, you know there are several ways, especially in something so deep. A lot of it is still sound based, and with how quiet this area is, it couldn't be too difficult so long as you just essentially throw things into the sand and kind of listen to the reverberation, see if something is strange or off about it. And as you poke about for a while, it's strange, especially around where Rev seemed to fall in. You can tell there's something beneath there, but then you pause for a second and throw a couple more things and realize it's not static, it's moving. But it also doesn't seem like a creature, so to speak.
when you say moving, is it like moving away from us, moving toward us, just like moving around?
Well, you're not really going a direction right now, so 80 moving is technically away from you, but it's very slow. Like it's the kind of you test this over the course of a minute, then notice that it may have moved centimeters in that time, but it definitely moved.
Hmm. This is strange. Tunnels do not normally move.
Well, if he slipped in, there must be an entrance.
Hmm. I would suggest digging, however, the sand will probably simply just fill back in.
Is it like you're suggesting there's a man-made tunnel, not a just like a cavern, something that carved a tunnel through its movement?
With a
Something appears.
27, I'm going to say there's things that natural tunnels absolutely do. This seems too uniform. But the fact it's moving makes it more confusing because that shouldn't happen if it's so uniform as if created within by intelligent life.
It is almost as if it is too hard to say. Either way, Scum, with a roll of 27, would I have an idea of how I might begin to approach getting into it?
No.
Bums.
Leo's. I don't want to hog the microphone too much, but because it just sounds unnatural to him, he's going to bring up a detect magic and start kind of combing the sands, sort of like a like somebody would if they're trying to detect metal, like look for coins in the sand or something. Seeing if there's any kind of like auras that he can pick up, even just because it'd only be like 3 feet down that he can detect um, for the detect magic past barriers, but if there's anything he can pick up at all.
I'm gonna say, unfortunately, no. Nothing seems magical as you're scanning about.
I don't know what to do. He's down there.
While you're discussing what to do, Six has gone off to cut one of the lion manes free.
Of course she has.
And if anyone is curious, that 21 is she very successfully did that.
I didn't prepare any way to communicate with him. And Leo kind of looks towards Celastra.
I could attempt. Celastra will cast Sending, attempting to contact Rev, asking if he knows where he is, and are there any signs of ways we could get him?
I need you to roll me persuasion.
Persuasion.
I now also need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. For a moment, the response you get back seems alien to you. It's not words, it's something else for a split second until it seems to correct itself in your mind. And then you just hear not Rev's voice, but someone else's. Your friend will be fine.
I forget. Is replying another spell slot?
Yep.
Yikes. Okay. I will relay that someone other than Rev responded and said that he will be fine. I don't think I trust them.
What did the voice sound like? Did it sound like Sophia?
Did it?
A little bit, but it's always hard to tell. She always sounds a bit strange.
It could have been. I'm not sure that I recognized it.
Well, being fine at best is still a problem, given that we are separated.
Yeah, I'm not sure that that really guides our action at all. I think we still need to figure out how to get to him or get him out.
I mean, if nobody's has any ideas, I mean, Leo's going to go to where Rev fell through and sort of like spam cast mold earth in the attempt to make any progress in digging and see if there's anything to be found.
Can I help?
How are you planning to help?
As sand is moved away and starts to fall back in, I attempt to keep pushing it in another direction if it's feasible.
How?
The big claws, I'll shovel sand with them.
So the problem is, he's making huge dents in the sand and it starts flowing back in almost immediately. In theory, you could, with effort, start shoveling through, but it's going to take hours, most likely.
I choose to imagine that while you're doing this, she thinks she's helping for like 15 seconds and then realizes it's doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, and Leo's not trying to dig 600 feet down. His imagination tells him that if Rev fell through at the top soil, that certainly there shouldn't be an entrance deeper than 15 feet. That probably very wrong, but that's sort of like he's just looking for any sign that he can in this one spot.
Roll me perception. You notice for a split second that there's a very thin line, but it's not big enough for a person to go through. And it seems to get fade and filled in almost immediately. Like something seemed to grab him that seemed very thin. And then his body filled in the sand immediately.
A thin line, like a gap.
Like an incredibly small gap. Like the size of a hand, basically.
Nothing that like visibly has hinges or.
Nope.
Uh, Leo's going to aim downward to the and at the distance where he saw the gap, shoot a shatter spell into the dirt, like beyond his. Well, wait. Do you have to see the point for shatter?
I don't believe so.
No. Yeah, it's just a point. So yeah, he's basically setting off like a concussion bomb underground in an attempt to cave in and perhaps reveal whatever tunnel might be there.
I need everyone to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Do I get advantage?
Why?
Dex AoE. Well, that's not a spell, I guess.
That just prevents you. You don't get advantage for that.
I don't need it anyway.
You all manage to keep your footing as it feels as if something underneath you cracks for a moment, as if sand is obliterated underneath you and sinks in. You all fall down about 10 feet. No one takes any damage, but no holes are revealed either. Also, Navali, your ears are kind of ringing as it sounds as if, while muffled, a bomb was immediately exploded directly underneath you.
Gotcha.
I like to believe that Leo probably appears semi-frantic and helpless. He's just sort of like throwing spells around in the attempt of finding the solution, but clearly isn't, and it's probably starting to wear on him.
Lirin.
What? He's
Lirin.
down there.
Yes. You're panicking.
He bites his tongue. Visibly. What are we doing?
Something changed when you did that spell. What happened?
I don't know. Minor cave-in. Maybe have revealed something that we'd have to just dig and find.
You said it was moving before?
I did.
And do we follow it?
Well, it is moving very slowly, so it should not prove a challenge.
Six and only six. Could you roll me a history check?
I'm on fire today.
You really are. So there's a Rasahari legend that this is kind of reminding you of. It's known as the Moving Labyrinth. It is, pieces of it will capture people and bring them to the labyrinth. It is underneath the sands and where all the spirits go to gather.
What happens to people who go to the labyrinth?
Many of them come out and tell stories about it that no one believes they went there. And they have no memories of how to get in.
Interesting. So people claim to come back from this labyrinth with wild stories. How much later do they come back? A day, a week, a month?
Stories vary from person to person.
Okay, I'll relate this to the group. My opinion of the spirits is sort of that I want to stay out of their way, right? That's kind of like the Rasahari vibe.
They protect us. We worship them like gods in the sense of we'll make sure they're happy, but we do not fuck with them.
I think that what you tried was a smart idea, Lirin. But I think we should trust in Rev.
So just sit here and let him be buried?
You heard back from him, right, Solestra?
Maybe not from him, but potentially Sophia or somebody else who somehow intercepted it.
I've heard stories about the labyrinth. I suppose I didn't believe them up until now, but people claim to disappear in the desert. They tell stories of being underground, filled with caves of interesting things, and then they would find their way out. The spirits come to gather there. The spirits are... Well, the stories aren't like your gods. I just want to stay out of their way. And I'm afraid that if we fuck with them, then it's going to be bad for everyone, including Rev.
Hmm. So, are you suggesting we do nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know how we would get to him if we can't find the entrance. So, if you think he'll be okay.
I don't know that he'll be okay, but Rev is competent and he's powerful. He went in at full strength. We've all seen him obliterate monsters that try to hurt him. And if this is the work of the spirits, then they must have something special that they want to show him. If we interfere, it might be bad for everyone, including Rev. And right now, we can't defend him.
Leo is sort of looking to gauge how everybody's responding to 6, because he himself is still sort of like in disbelief. But
Character is nodding along.
Celestra seems to understand, but she looks a little bit concerned.
Same with Navali.
It's probably worth noting that even as she says these words, 6 herself looks equally concerned. There's a big difference between a story and a reality.
Gonna cast another locate creature, check in on our good friend, see if he's still within the 1,000-foot radius.
I mean, as Karuto pointed out, it is moving extremely slowly, but he's still, when you stand where he was sucked in, below you and about 100 feet away.
I hate this place. Leo will just like sink down and start setting up camp is the assumption.
Not here. 6 points at the corpses.
I'll lead the way then.
You said it was moving?
Character nods.
Where's it?
Very, very slowly.
Can you tell what direction it's headed?
I will say, because of everything you have, it's currently to the southeast.
Set up camp that way. You guys can tell me no.
For all intents and purposes, 6, I think you're the leader now.
Okay. Then we go to the southeast. We make camp, we take watches, and we rest. Maybe Karuto and Navali can hear it? And we'll keep watch for Rev.
I can, at the very least, check back.
How does that sound?
I think it's the best we got. I don't know if there's anything we can really do.
We're also spending the extra resources to fortify this area. We're all beat to shit after that fight. We'll need our magic back if this happens again.
Makes sense to me.
I'm scared too.
Leo just kind of wanders off in the direction that you said. And I suppose we set up camp at some point.
You walk southeast for about an hour. You set up camp. I will ask, do you spend the supplies to take an actual long rest?
That sure would be nice.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Please
Um,
assign watches. You all know Reverence isn't there, but technically you still have 6 people if you want Permelia to not wake up with Navali, or wake up with just Navali.
Arguably, I don't have to spend 2 supplies on Rev in this situation, right?
That is correct.
Okay, I'm just asking for Matt's sake.
Um, I think given the circumstance, Navali would probably suggest that Perm, get partnered with somebody else tonight.
I'd like to watch with her.
Sure. Is there a particular time that you prefer?
No.
Third watch?
She nods.
Actually, Kaito is going to take second watch because he's going to check before he goes to bed, then wake up halfway through the night and check again if the thing is moved.
Sure. So that would actually set up the watches. We now know the watches. Celestra and Leah would be first watch.
Okie dokie.
You may take advantage, because Leo's perception
Excellent.
is garbage.
Good thing I had advantage.
If we are taking a proper rest, would it be valuable to check in with Rev again?
Yeah, I suppose.
Feel free to say no. I'm concerned.
No, I have the resources. I'll try. I will cast Sending and attempt to contact Rev again, and hopefully not get Sophia or whoever else it was, and ask if he's doing okay and if he knows where he is.
Persuasion.
Okay.
You send to Rev, and you do get a response, but it's not words. You get the crashing of waves on a beach somewhere, echoing through your mind. And then it ends.
I will relay that and say this isn't making sense. It just sounds like a beach or the ocean.
If there's a beach or an ocean 600 feet below us, then I would certainly enjoy taking a break. But no, it does not make sense. And I will be relieved if everything works out, but it's just the other day when I told you how useless I felt doing nothing. That feels the exact same right this second.
I can't say I feel much different, but I guess at least we think he might be okay.
Seems like at every corner there's some spirit or some something that's in our way. Like I said, besides Tharmacool, starting to wonder if we have anything on our side.
It is certainly a hostile environment, that I will say. As far as who we have on our side, it seems like kind of just us.
That's all Leo has.
Okay, both you roll me. Oh, you did. 22. I see it now.
Yes.
The night is silent, though every now and then you swear you feel a shifting underneath you. But part of you wonders if that's just your imagination and hoping that Rev just suddenly appears up. Watch number 2.
Um, I
You
didn't really
have
listen.
better perception, so I'd say give you advantage.
Okay. Also, I like once again how the best perception people end up on the same watch.
You chose this.
It's true, we did.
Is there any conversations you'd like to have?
If Karto ever glances over Navali, she looks very stern and like somewhat distant. She kind of has like a look of anger on her face is probably the best way to put it. But she doesn't say anything.
Hmm. Character always doesn't say anything, but he does seem a little bit more brooded than normal.
Karaka,
Yes.
as you look out into the desert sand, you also every now and then swear you feel shifting, but don't react too much at first. Till your eyes adjust to something. It's dark, so you're not used to seeing color, and overall, you have dark vision, so you can see fairly far, which is what causes you to go, wait, that's weird. It's it's like clouds of darkness, and then your mind clicks and goes, no, that's smoke. That's smoke that's kind of surrounding. No, it's to the north, maybe west. It's close. Something is there. And then you can see that it has one, it must be gigantic because it forces you to look upwards to notice it has scales and bones jettisoning out of these scales. Its body moves like that of a snake. and red eyes peer down over you. It'd be looking at the bubble, not you directly, but you swear it's looking at you. And it is just hovering directly next to you. The bubble, more accurately.
Nivali, you're saying this, right?
Navali will look up and where
You
Karato's looking.
see gigantic red eyes and what looks to be the body of some kind of gigantic snake with bones jettisoning out of each side. The bones almost look like teeth, but it's outside its body. And its body itself seems almost mired in this weird smoke.
Should we wake up the others?
It may be a good idea to be prepared in case it has some method of entry, yes.
All right, I'll start getting everybody up. I get everybody up.
As you're woken up, all of you can very easily see this thing, with the exception of the cohort. So she's confused and more concerned that everyone else seems concerned.
Skirn, do I know what this thing is from the history roll?
No?
Oh, God.
Skirn, I imagine this is probably a little bit late of a question, but did we potentially have time to take a short rest and use some
No.
hit dice?
Unfortunately, no. That's not how the
Okay.
perilous journey works, unfortunately.
Okay.
Enjoy, if a fight happens, enjoy your current HP.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Is there anything? I don't know that Leo's super studied on Rasahari monsters, but is there any like history check, arcana check to discern what this thing is?
Oh, a nature check.
Sure.
Only if you have proficiency in nature, though.
Oh, just kidding, I don't.
But if anyone has proficiency in nature, I will allow it.
I do. Like being a bard all over again.
Karato, you're a little too freaked out to figure out what this thing is.
Doesn't yet, yeah.
How far away is it?
It is very difficult to tell with these smoke clouds that seem to be covering it, but you look up and see the red eyes almost directly above the bubble. And this creature is also must be gigantic, like bigger than the things you were fighting before.
So what I'm hearing is it's not close enough to divine sense.
Oh, it is absolutely close enough to divine sense.
I would like to divine sense.
Remind me what divine sense senses?
Celestial, fiend, and undead within 60 feet.
Only those three?
I believe so. Let me double check, like, in case Google says differently, but that's what it says on my sheet.
I double checked. It is celestial, fiend, or undead. It is none of those three.
Navali will relay that.
I have an idea.
What is that?
What Karato said? I bow to the snake.
I assume you're still in the hut.
Oh, right, we're in the hut. I suggest that I want to go outside and bow to the snake.
Is the bubble always opaque? Can I optionally make it? No. Okay. Okay, never mind.
I'm pretty
That-
sure it's always opaque. Yep.
Yeah. There. That sounds like suicide.
It knows we're in here.
I have nothing to. If we were in a fight, I don't think we win.
Then perhaps we do not fight and simply wait.
I can keep the dome up indefinitely. It could get bored and go away.
At the very least, we might be able to rest long enough to face it.
If anybody wants to say hello, you can shout at it from here.
Does sound travel through by?
Yeah. Just not spells or magical effects.
Wait, so we can hear all that we're whispering to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
You definitely can. I bow inside the dome.
You bow inside the dome. It does not seem to react.
Oh, I was hoping that would work. Okay. I'm gonna try to talk to it.
Maybe from inside, yes.
Leo will, in the time, like he'll just sort of give the one moment mention to, or like the one moment finger up to 6, and then Leo's going to ritually cast comprehend languages in case he needs to interpret anything.
Sure.
But after 10 minutes, Leo just sort of nods to 6 and suggests that the spell is ready.
She takes a big breath. She tries not to sound scared. Hello? Can you hear me? She looks up.
The eyes have not left staring down at you. It feels as if it's looking at each and every one of you, but you know it can't see through it. Or at least that's what Leo keeps saying.
Have we angered you?
The eyes do not move.
Do you require something from us?
For a moment, you swear it seems to have its entire body twitch and shiver, but it's really hard to tell, and it could just be a trick of the smoke, but its eyes continue to fixate.
It's scary. No, Navali, will you talk to it?
Navali will try. Does Navali have its attention?
It's really hard to tell. Like it's looking down upon the dome, but you swear it's looking to each and every one of you.
Are you protector of this area?
I need everyone to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Rude.
Oh shit.
Everything is bad and life sucks.
Navali,
Yeah.
as you say this, you feel as if the ground itself shakes, and you look around, and finally you start to notice something else that's been happening. Every now and then in the sand, you see little bits of smoke almost jettisoning out of it, and bits of scale and bone piercing out. You realize it has completely wrapped around the dome. And it shakes it just very gently when you ask that question. And you all feel as if the earth itself is shaking. Uh, Everyone managed to keep their feet and not hurt themselves, except Navali, who falls on her butt and takes 6 damage.
I've always looking pretty bad.
That's a pretty sore butt. Damn.
Is there? I don't know that Leo is the person to roll this. I mean, I will because I'm saying it. To insight check, like, is this thing hungry? Is this thing curious? Like,
I'll allow Karato because he has nature proficiency to kind of like figure out beast mentalities for insight.
Insight, you say? Boop. These
Karato,
rolls.
it's scary as fuck. You have no idea what it's doing.
Yeah.
Like, this is not normal for snake behavior at the very least.
I mean, if we are potential, like, it occurs to Leo, and it may occur to everybody else that like the idea of staying here indefinitely doesn't work if it can just sort of shake us around like a jar, and whittle us down from the inside. Uh,
Well, how do you propose we escape while inside this?
um, Leo doesn't have an answer to that. He's just it's sort of an out of character. It's like there's sort of like, is there anything we can do that doesn't result in a fight? I'm not sure.
I'm gonna try to talk to it again. Do you know where our friend is? He's the same race as me.
It doesn't seem to do anything in response to this. Just the red eyes continue to look down at you.
It's uh, it's by itself. We could try.
My hand.
And defeat it.
Leo, I don't think we have the resources to fight it. Don't think
I
that's a good
agree.
idea.
I agree. And yet,
I know Karito just tried to incite it, but could I try it too?
Tell me exactly what you're trying to figure out.
Navali noticed that something changed when she asked if the creature's protector of this land. So I want to try to see if her question maybe it might have triggered something, because I think it was noted that there was a slight rumble on the ground when she asked that.
Roll insight. I'm going to whisper you something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this out loud. The alternative was we stay perfectly quiet and hope it thinks we're gone.
Oh. Interesting. Hmm. Navali will continue to look up at the creature. 6, I don't think it's reacting to you. My name is Navali. I am here with my friends. If we have stepped in on your territory, I deeply apologize. We are just worried for a friend. We are waiting to see if he will come back. We mean no harm and we mean no trouble in your home.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage. That's a really good disadvantage roll.
Yes. I want to say it in a way that Navali is speaking as honestly as she can to the creature.
All of you, with the exception of Leo, which I'll get to, hear the strangest noise in response. It's as if the whistling of boiled water rips into your ears, and the sound of a burning forest crackles into Navali's. You're not completely sure what it responded to, but you feel a chill down your spines. Leo, you hear, she's lying, but believes it. Adorable.
Like it's talking to itself.
It seems like it mumbled to itself, yes.
But it's not changing its behavior.
Yeah.
It doesn't believe you. But it does communicate. It's untrusting. I don't know if there's something we could offer it.
The rest of you, that physically hurt your ears to hear. Like you're not sure what it said, but the sound effects that just went around, it was physically painful. You don't have to take damage, but you get the feeling if it wanted to, it could.
Were you lying, Navali?
No,
What did you say? We don't mean trouble.
we don't mean trouble. We're worried for a friend. We're waiting for him to come back. If we have intruded on your territory, I am sorry. I don't know how any of that could have been a lie.
It's it being untrusting does not mean that you lied, but we still need. That doesn't mean that there isn't a way to satisfy it.
Could it think that we do cause it trouble? Leo cast that spell earlier. The really loud one.
Is there a way we can show you we don't mean harm? Let us prove it to you. Please.
It doesn't seem to respond to this, and the red eyes just continue to look down. Though you do notice, just ever so slightly as you speak, that the eyes seem to twist and turn as if its head is investigating. But it doesn't give a vocal response.
Is it trying to gauge if it's looking at like our food pack or if it's looking at like our supplies or if it's looking at like magic items that we're wearing? Is there any way to discern if it's looking for a particular thing?
I'll let a perception check.
It's looking for something. I say out loud so that somebody can also roll.
I'll allow one other person to roll, sure.
Gosh, I wonder who that's going to be.
Sure, Carlota.
Fear lends me strength.
So there is definitely something weird about the way it's looking. Like whenever it looks around, it doesn't seem to be seeing in normal ways. And whenever it's looking at the dome, you always get the feeling that it looks straight at you, then someone else in particular. You quickly realize that is Navali. While it's looking at the dome, you should be opaque and invisible to it, but you feel as if it is definitely looking at both you and Navali for sure. And when it's investigating, you can see its eyes as if it's keeping an eye on your bird.
Character's fear is momentarily forgotten as he realizes this. And anyone who's looking at him can see sort of shock and surprise. The Idola. It can see them.
It can what?
Karito calls the bird over to his hand.
You can clearly see that it's tracking it as it goes back to you.
Please, we use these for the good we can. We did not intend you to harm you with them.
You all hear the same strange sounds of steam and smoke and burning fires echo through your ears. And Leo, you just hear the same intention in your mind. Knows not what he is. All of them believe it.
Leo's trying to digest that, but can't make sense of it, so he just repeats it.
Then tell us.
Doesn't respond to that.
Are you sorry?
Oh, no, you go.
Are you speaking of our idolas?
Its eye resets as it goes directly over the dome again and seems to just stare directly down at Univali. But it does not make a sound.
Is it, Leo whispers to the party, is it possible that it is related to where Rev went and it wants to take you both to see what he is seeing? I mean, given Rev's connection with Eidolons as well.
Ask.
We asked about Rev, didn't we? No, wait. It didn't respond to 6. Is there something you want to show my friend and I? Do you want us to come with you?
Roll persuasion with disadvantage again.
Ah, damn.
You all hear the same ear-splitting sounds. This time I actually will need everyone to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Does Leo have to?
With comprehend language, no.
Oh.
Oh boy. Some great rolls.
Salastra, Navali, Karuto, the sounds echo into your head, and you can feel blood starting to drip from your ears, as if it's starting to rupture your eardrums. Leo, the only interpretation you can hear is not you.
Who does it want to see?
Am I under, like, at all able to, like, the bird is, not that Leo can see the bird, but like Leo knows that Navali doesn't have a visible animal because that's been
Correct.
spoken about. Is Leo able to gauge that it's like it can understand Navali on sort of a language basis, but that
It
it
seems
has
to be responding directly to Navali, yes.
but that it maybe has a focus on Karuto because of the bird?
I will simply give you this one because Karuto has been pointing this out. No, it actually is also looking at Navali.
Oh, okay. And sorry, it said not you.
Not you.
It
To
doesn't.
Navali?
Yeah, Leo repeats that.
Who does
Not
it
you.
want? Can you ask?
Who do you want?
Doesn't seem to respond to that. Its eyes just seem to fixate on you. You notice them glow slightly redder for a second, but nothing seems to happen.
Can I insight that?
Sure.
Yay.
Glowing red eyes are spooky.
If it took Rev, perhaps it was after Sophia. If it's not looking for you, perhaps it's looking for what's inside you.
Skarn, do I actually know the name of my idola?
It's never said its name.
Okay.
Out of character, we've been calling you Iona, but that literally just means snow woman, so it's probably not her name.
Could I try to see if I can, I don't know, feel that from being bonded to her?
Looking for, like, trying to figure out her name?
Yes, like if
The
being
answer
bonded.
is no.
Okay. Gotcha. It wants one of us. And if it's looking for an idola, then I will go out. Who knows, it might get us back to Rev. But if not, then at least we'll keep all of you safe. I hope.
Didn't it say not you? And aren't you like beat to shit?
I am, but it could be referring to Yuki. Or not Yuki. Sorry. I'm so used to knowing it out of character. It could be referring to... She'll sort of like put a hand to her chest. Like Leo said, what's inside? Or maybe it's looking instead for Korito. I don't know, but I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to say to it, but if it will keep all of you safe, then I will go.
Leo kind of looks to Permilia.
She looks like she's about to grab you if you even try and walk out.
Yeah. Leo's like, this is not... We're not looking for a martyr today. Can we try to bargain with it? Can we ask it to meet with it tomorrow?
I'm not sure why you're speaking of it in the third person. It can clearly hear us.
But it can't understand anybody but the two of you.
We don't know that.
Well, that's as best as I can glean.
All I noticed was it seemed like it didn't understand 6, but it looks... Skarn has been noticing it's understanding Karito.
I mean, it's reacted to Karita.
I think it's only reacting to Idola users. I know you can understand it, Leo, but... somebody, try asking it something. We already know it doesn't react to 6. Perhaps we can see if we can confirm this. Celastra, Parm? Either?
I need all of you to roll my other Constitution saving throw.
Oh goodness. Oh,
The whistling gets louder. The sounds of fire seems to almost be so close that you can physically feel flames licking against you. It's starting to become very painful when it speaks. Everyone who is not 6 take 2 damage. Leo, you understand. Mortals are so interesting.
It's playing with us.
Additionally, you're pretty sure if it keeps talking in this way, you might start being unable to hear it all.
I have a. I don't. A stupid idea that won't work. I could make, sort of indicating to both Navali and Karto. I could grant you both flight, and you seek cover elsewhere. And we try to meet up with you in the morning, but that is a stupid idea.
Celestra,
yes.
do you have a little magic left?
Yes.
Can I get a little healing?
Sure.
Thank you.
Oops. 2 doesn't count.
Are you sure
I
you don't
can't-
want to do 2 radiant damage before you heal?
Okay. 6. 19. Okay. Alright, and Karito, are you still hurt?
Yes.
Okay.
This
Um,
seems very risky. Are you sure?
No, I'm not, but it's going to keep you safe, and it's going to keep the rest of you safe. That's all that matters to me. Navali is going to give, let's see, she's going to give 10 points of healing with lay on hands to Karito. And she's going to give an extra 5 to herself. All right.
You're gonna have to have persuasion to have Perm not let you go.
Navali is going to walk up to her. She's going to grab her hands, and she is going to kiss her.
Alright, fine. Persuasion with advantage. She looks like she definitely still wants to prevent you from doing this, but knows she can't stop you. So she just kind of looks stunned and stares at you.
I love you. And I will try to come back. Karito? Shall we go?
He braces himself mentally and nods.
All right, are we going to try that fly spell, Leo?
Leo has the look of like, my dumb crazy idea got selected, and so he's sort of eyeing 6 as the only person who hasn't weighed in yet to see what she thinks.
She's thinking.
In the meantime, I'm always going to talk to Karito. If it tries to attack us, we'll fly far away. I will try to help when I can. Okay?
He nods.
The fly will. Sorry, go ahead.
It just looks kind of grim.
Wait.
Mm.
I don't think this creature is our enemy. And I don't want to antagonize it. If the two of you are going to go speak to it, take the balm made out of the gorm. That way you've got a way to heal between the two of you that doesn't require magic.
I totally forgot we had that.
Yes. Good idea. I will try to say that yes, we shouldn't antagonize it, but if things look grim,
Look at its
then I
bones.
guess bones?
Its bones and its shadows. Is this what became of the crater? Did this creature the gem we saw, Karito, was in shadow and surrounded by bones?
I want to be clear. It's not shadow. It's definitely smoke.
Gotcha.
It's dark, so it looks weird.
Well, I ask one last question then. If is flying and retreating going to antagonize it?
Can you
Yes.
potentially hold the spell just in case? Or should we just go?
I can only cast it from inside the dome unless I break the dome. So it's a now or never situation. Without putting those of us in the dome in potential jeopardy.
Then I will
Or-
go out first.
Or we all step out of the dome together.
I like that
I
plan
will-
the best. Sorry,
What plan?
Navali. We all walk out together.
Navali looks very conflicted about that.
As Karito said, that's just how we do it.
Leo grabs a torch off of somebody's pack and starts lighting it for the purposes of Permelia. As if the decision has been made.
I mean, she's gonna cheat, and when you start doing this, just make her sword glow.
Oh, never mind.
Skern,
Yep.
for the sake of Six's mind being melted, procking Know Your Enemy on the creature as we've interacted with it for longer than a minute.
I'll allow it.
I want to test its dexterity against 20.
Lower.
Interesting. Okay, and test its constitution against 14.
Higher.
Shall we?
If you two get killed, I'm not going to limp through the desert and die starving and defenseless. I'm going with you.
I can't stop you.
It's not your decision. She grins, thinking about Navali's words in the fight the other day.
She does crack a little bit of a smile. Yes, you're right.
When I was talking to Karito on Watch the other night. She's getting ready as she's talking, of course. And I asked what he thought about all of you rushing into the field of flowers after I said, don't do exactly that. And he said, that's just the way that we operate. And I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, it is. And I was thankful that you did. So I'm going in with you, Navali.
Thank you. Then we go together and face together.
Leo, we'll start a blade song just in case for looking to pop the dome.
I mean, let's be honest. If a fight's going to happen, it's going to happen next session.
I don't think it's our enemy, but I do think we need to face it.
Well, the longer we wait, the more chance it has to talk and hurt us. So we should. Is everybody ready?
Think so.
Yes.
I guess Leo, can he just end the dome at will?
I'll allow it.
Yeah. He'll just sort of like nod to everybody and sort of wait for everybody to be facing the right way.
Cool.
And then he'll drop it.
As it drops, you see its red eyes stare directly at you, and you definitely notice that the smoke seems to emanate further, as if it's doing something, and the eyes grow very brightly. Navali and Kara telling you a wisdom saving throw.
Oh Lord.
Navali,
Yes.
you feel something deep within you trying to push you down, as if your very consciousness almost blacks out, but you fight through it and keep your mind to yourself. And then as you take a deep breath and look up at this gigantic creature, you notice the bird seemingly fly directly at Karuto's head, and Karuto's entire body slumps for a split second before coming up. Different eye color as he turns his head towards the rest of the group. White flames seemingly jet from his fingers for a split second. And the smoke seems to completely engulf him almost immediately. So anyway, we'll figure out exactly what happens next session.
Wait,
Oh,
did he just disappeared?
Well, he's technically still there, but smoke is completely enveloping him.
Did
Let's just say we'll figure out what happens next session.
Oh boy.
Because it's probably going to be initiative.
Yuck.
Oh dear. No, we can't rise to the DM's tauntings. He says it's probably going to be initiative. That doesn't mean it will be initiative.
Anyway, Karuto draws his bow to shoot the party.
Oh, fuck, we're fine. He's not gonna hit any of us.
Damn.
Ouch! But also,
And he's also got the lowest armor class and current hit points in the party, aside from maybe Navali. I'll thwack him once on the face and he'll go, "Eh."
Anyway, Karuto, take 2 psychic damage from that vicious mockery.
Correct.
I also have disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Oh boy, I'm gonna cut the stream. Thanks for coming and watching.